Hello and welcome back to Toby Everyday. The date is now the, 7th of August. We're going to have a quick look. What is the date today? Friday 7th of August 2020. The weather is spectacularly warm. It's very sticky. We'll go down here and have a look at the sheep first. There's the rabbit. But yeah, I was thinking of talking video games today, but I'm waiting for a certain person to join in because he's a big part of the story as far as my life is concerned with video games. I did try to talk video games once before, as I've said previously on the show. It was on the very first attempt at basically trying to get a season 2 of the show going, and Twitch suffered a DDoS attack, so I was unable to save that episode. But it is a topic that I am really looking forward to talking about with you guys, talking about my favourite video games, talking about your favourite video games, your memories if you're a certain generation. Maybe you grew up in the video game arcades. Perhaps you grew up in the age of Xbox and PlayStation. Video games have evolved as much over the last 40 years as we have, so it's a big topic to discuss. But I'm just waiting for a few people to join in. Okay, the sheep today, they've moved over to this field over here, which is beyond the horizon. So once again, we are cheated out of sheep. But because the time right now is only, let's have a little quick look, it's 5:22 p.m. So the light is pretty perfect, I have to say. This is the rubble patch. Look, there's old chairs all piled up there. There's a barbed wire fencing and stuff. I love looking around here. It's full of crazy looking nooks and crannies and all that kind of stuff. We're going to go past a smashed up barn with the fallen in roof. We'll go see what's happulating over there. And the roof is still very much collapsed, I'm pleased to say. Oh, there's even an electric light in there. I wonder if that light still works. Problem is I don't want to touch old things, so I'm not really in favour of sticking my hand in there to flick a light switch. What's going on in here? There's a padlock on the door, so we can't go in there. That must still be in use. Here's the abandoned car. Here's the very tiny gap that we're going to attempt to squeeze through. Oh, crap. And we're through the other side. Yeah, I'd be wondering if maybe I could climb up that hay bale pile one day. It's the empty old garage with the old boat in it. Don't know whose boat that is, or what it's doing there, or how it got there. And then we've got all this greenery around us. Hey, we have one viewer. Thanks for joining. Welcome to Toby Everyday, where I will be taking you on a walk around the British countryside in an effort to lose weight, and the end game being a live stream walk to the top of Mount Fuji in Japan in 2022. Hey, it's Michelle. I will not be joining tonight, sorry. Oh, no worries. Well, in that case then I will not be talking about video games. I have to save that topic for when Michelle joins, because video games and Michelle is like bread and butter. They go together. But no worries, dude. Obviously you're here right now. Are you sticking around for 5 minutes, or What are you up to today? Why aren't you going to be around tonight? What, are you seeing other people? What's going on? Let's have a look. Okay, we're at 400 footsteps already. So today we're going to walk all the way straight down to the crossroads, and then we're going to go left and we're going to enter the forest and get to the abandoned car. I have an almost full 2-litre bottle of water, so I will not be thirsty. And also I learned my lesson the hard way on episode 1 about this route, so it will be a much more focused walk. I know exactly where I'm going now, and yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Good luck with the walk today. I'm with Jeff and Michelle right now. Say hello to them for me. I love Jeff and Michelle. Not to be confused with Michelle. Yeah, they're my extended family. All three of these guys who are being mentioned right now, they're people I love the most in Holland. I miss them all the time. I swear I'm not trying to cry just now. I was about to sneeze. Still might. Excuse me. Right, there we go. Right, glad I got that out of my system. So yeah, as I was saying, we're going to go find that abandoned car, have a little snoop around that forest, and then walk back along the fields, and everything should be hunky-dory. We're broadcasting at an earlier time today purely because I just want to see if the time will make a difference to possible new viewers. I hear his car is coming up behind me, so we're going to move to the pavement. It's still about 1 a.m. right now in Japan, 1:30 in the morning, so I'm not expecting any of my Twitter followers to join in, but some of my American friends or people in Europe, I'm sure people will care to join. And if they don't care to join, then I hope they will another time. That's what I'm here for. I didn't do anything yesterday. I bruised the ball of my foot, as we discovered live on the air in the last walk. I was finding it almost impossible to get home. I still feel that pain in the ball of my foot. It's as bad as it was the night last time I broadcast. So chances are I may not be going out for a walk tomorrow as well. So what I might do is start to push for longer walks, but with a day's rest in between, just to take the pressure off my feet, at least until I get some more suitable walking footwear. At the moment I'm walking in skate shoes and some running shoes. The running shoes are better than the skate shoes for this, but they're still not great. So, oh shit, there's a car coming. Oh, it's going the other way. I'm still tempted to walk down here. Maybe we should go down here. The problem is all those. Let's have a look. Let's go. Let's have an adventure. I haven't been down here before. Here is that water feature I always stop to look at when we get to the bridge. And now we can actually see the bridge from another angle, which is pretty cool. Let's continue on into the trees. I'm already regretting wearing shorts again. My legs are getting slapped. Oh look, through there, that's just here, that's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre farm that I got lost at the other day. Wow, this is actually pretty cool. Okay, well I think this is as far as I'm going to go. Number one, there's a ton of flying insects. Number two, that tree is really low. I will not be able to go under it, and carrying this equipment, including a phone that cost £1,000, I do not want to damage all that stuff by trying to climb over it. So we're going to go back to the road and just stick to the road until we get to the crossroads, and then we'll go into the forest and find that car. Ow. All the plants here, they're just got jaggy leaves. Right. One thing that's been fun in the last 12 hours or so, the Baby Metal podcast guys, they finished already the edit for the episode, and it's not going to be out for another couple of weeks, I don't think, but they have it on like a private server, and they sent me the file and they said, here's the episode, what do you think? It's just under 2 hours long, and it is quite, they did a wonderful job of editing my rambling down into a story that is coherent and makes sense. There's a lot more emotion in it than I thought there would be, and yeah, I'm just very glad and happy with it. So when that comes out, hopefully you guys will check it out. Oh look, the sheep are in this field. They're hiding behind the hill, but when we get over this bit here, we'll see them. Sorry for the huffing and puffing. I feel like my breathing is getting better going uphill at the moment compared to the other day. Oh. It is I don't know in Fahrenheit, but in centigrade the temperature right now is about 32 degrees. Coming out in this heat was not the cleverest idea, but that was why I chose to go for a slightly easy walk. Hopefully it will be not too difficult for me. And like I said, I have a big bottle of water, so if I get too hot, I feel like I'm going to have heat stroke or something, I will then be able to drink or pour it over me to cool me down. But I'm still showing one viewer, so I think Michel has maybe put me on just to tell me that he's not going to be here, and then Jeff and Michelle said screw it, leave it on. Or Michel could have left already and you're someone else, in which case welcome to the show. We're going to stagger up this hill, and when we get to the top, hopefully I'll take 5, have a drink, and then we'll continue up to the crossroads. Today I spoke with Universal Credit. They're the government who look after people's cases who don't have money. I'm just going to put the camera on me because there's a gentleman getting out of the car. There we are. So they will basically, they're making sure that I'm looking for work. I'm doing what I've agreed to do to get the government money. And she was very satisfied with what I'd done, which was a huge weight off my shoulders because I've been worrying about that all week. But yeah, so yeah. So yeah, that went well. That happened this morning at around, I think 10:30 was the appointment, and then 11, about 5 minutes after I hung up, my agent called me and said, hey, we've got that interview that you wanted. So my interview is 9 a.m. on Tuesday next week. So fingers crossed, I will have some good news to tell you guys when I see you next. So I'm gonna pop this back around. When we get to the top, I'm gonna stop at the barrier. This barrier is where I'll be coming back to later. It's going to be my exit point on the route before I come home. It's deceptive. It's basically two hills, but it looks like one from this angle, and it looks like one from the other angle. When you see it, you'll understand. Oh, and look at that, the gate is actually open. I don't know who did that or why it's open, but hopefully it'll stay that way and I won't have to climb over it when I'm done later today. Let's give you a quick look at the scenery. Partially cloudy, but blue skies ahead, so fingers crossed we'll have some nice scenery. Ooh. There you go, I'll give you that to look at while I quickly grab a drink. I can hear some noises in the far off distance. For those of you who are familiar with motor racing or motorsport, my home is about 3-4 miles from Silverstone, maybe a bit further, maybe 5. And when there's a track day, you can hear the cars like crazy. So it could be there's something going on at Silverstone today. Oh, sorry, I'm just having a drink. Oh, there we go. Right, I'm feeling a bit more refreshed now. Let's put the water back in the bottle where it's supposed to go. There we go. Bag up. I should really bring a towel with me as well because I tend to sweat a lot. Right, let's pick you guys up and get moving, shall we? I don't know if the mic is picking up that noise from the track, but that's definitely the sound of engines. And I want to say it's either motorbikes or rally cars because I'm hearing the exhausts going like that exploding when the unused petrol comes flying out the tailpipe. You hear those little pops and explosions. What happened today that I can tell you guys about? Kispi, ZZZ Inc., Hina Tanaka's Takano's company with Kispi members. Oh, here comes the car. I'm going to cross over to the road here. They only had one Zoom meeting after she passed away. It was a couple of weeks after she passed. It was very emotional, and people were talking, like the members and stuff were talking about how they were doing, what was going on. It looks like they're going to be filling in these potholes soon with these X marks. So yeah, we weren't expecting a Zoom meeting again for a while, but today they had one unexpectedly, spur of the moment. It was only half an hour long. They talked about the company, where it's going to go now that Hina has sadly passed. Hina was the president and Misaki was the manager. Now that Hina is no longer with us, Misaki has stepped up. She's now going to become president of the company, and Shiyu, she will be stepping into Misaki's now vacant position as manager. So it looks like ZZZ Inc. will continue to move on. and fulfill Miss Hina's dream of what it could become, which is beautiful. I'm just coming up to the turning now for the barn. I am debating if I should go right here, walk all the way up to the sweet corn plantation, take a left and walk along the road and go that way. That's a lot of exercise though. I'm really not sure. We'll probably turn the potentially 2.5 mile walk into something more like a 4 mile walk. But hey, what can you do? You know what, my foot is really not, it's not going to be worth the hassle. If I screw up my foot, that's not going to be fun. So sorry barn, we will come back to you another day. We will do the big loop, but for now I think I'm going to keep it to one or the other. Either I do the barn and then Crossroads and then home, or I do Crossroads, abandoned car, and then home. And I think the abandoned car is the barn for people who aren't familiar with the show. There's this little building here, you can go down here, have a little explore, and then where these hedges go up here, there's a walkway, and that takes us to a road which goes all the way through these trees to Cow Pond Copse, as it's called, and brings us back here. Look at these Jacob's ladders shooting out of the clouds. Isn't that beautiful? I feel very blessed to live here, this beautiful environment. Jeff, who Michelle mentioned in the chat we talked a little bit about earlier, shared something on WhatsApp today, showing that basically Japan's borders are closed for the foreseeable future, which means my flight, which is due August 7th, if that doesn't change, I may be able to get a refund on my tickets, which will be about 900 quid. That could be, at this moment, kind of life saving, given that I'm currently unemployed and could use the money. So that might be good news. It sucks I won't be able to go, but hey, I'm not the only one in this world who's not able to travel as much as I'd like. So who am I to complain? We'll get to this lightning tree and take a little break. Just my foot is starting to feel better again, which is great news. Here we are, the lightning tree. I can never tell if you guys are able to see that in detail. But yeah, there we go. And then over here, where this tree thing is here, we're going to be going behind that into this woods here, which kind of looks like it's all part of the same thing. It's not. So we're going to go into those woods, come out the other side, and then somewhere around here in these trees, that's where the abandoned car is. So we're going to go there today. Another thing I'm going to be doing this weekend, let's talk about highlight reels. So when I get home, not immediately, but I try to do it as soon as I can. I log on to my tiny little laptop, which is actually a tablet that has an attachable keyboard. I sign into Twitch and I export the stream to YouTube. So you guys are able to see the footage if you miss the live broadcast. What I want to do this weekend is download all the previous episodes and begin to chop them up into little highlights. So there's 2 playlists on the channel at the moment. You have I think they're called Getting Started. It's 6 episodes of live streams plus a bonus episode called Where I've Been, and where I'm going. And those 7 episodes together are kind of like one block of the show. They are the first broadcast where I didn't have a gimbal, I just had my phone, and it's almost unwatchable because the camera's shaking all the time. You have the first sort of steps of exploration where I go down to the barn, I believe. I think that's in one of the episodes for the first time. But after 6 episodes, basically injury and personal tragedy kind of conspired to stop the show from happening, not for permanent, but they just prevented I was in a bit of a negative headspace, and I just didn't feel I was able or willing to do much. So the reason why I did the where I've been and where I'm going, that was my way of ending that block of episodes. I explained why I had vanished, and I explained what I hope to do with the show from that point on. I haven't been able to do it every day. I think that's going to be a while before I can do that. I just need to get some better technology to make these broadcasts better. So the priority there, technology-wise, is a microphone. And footwear-wise, I need to get some proper hiking boots, just so I have adequate ankle support and a more comfortable experience for my feet as I walk. So what I want to do is, at the end of every week, I'm going to download all the episodes, which, let's say I do 5 shows a week, and I average about 1 hour 10 minutes an episode. You're looking at almost 6 hours of content, and I have to go through the whole lot and extrapolate just fun moments in the chat or cool moments that you've seen on camera, and I want to put those together, put some music underneath it, maybe some text, and just make little highlight reels. So if you don't want to sit through the entire hour plus of Toby Every Day, every episode, just wait a week and there'll be a highlight episode exclusively for YouTube that will have all the highlights. So what I'm also thinking is maybe doing a Patreon, and I'm toying with the idea of making video content for Patreon that's exclusive. So for a little bit of cash, maybe £1 or £2 or euros or dollars, every month you'll get bonus videos where I'll do, I don't know, AMAs, like Ask Me Anything videos, or Q&As. Maybe I'll do completely different kinds of video content. Maybe I'll post some old stuff of mine, like really old video content from my old YouTube channels, just to give you a little look at what I've done in the past and where I've come from and all that kind of thing. But yeah, if basically if you guys can afford to shout me a cup of coffee every month, then that's the kind of thing I would like to do. But at the moment my audience is still budding. I have to win you guys over. I have to be able to generate content enough that will be interesting and make it worthwhile for you. I'm going to keep doing this no matter what, but the more people that are interested and the more people that are active, the better the show will become. And I hope you guys will be able to get more out of this. I certainly am. I'm doing well with the weight loss. I've done over about 10 weeks or so, I think now. I've lost about 3 stones. I don't know how much that is in pounds, but it works out about 18 kilos. And that's purely from walking every day and eating a balanced diet, which is mostly either fish or chicken, and about a kilo of mixed vegetables. And that's all I'm eating. occasionally on a quote-unquote cheat day I'll have rice or potatoes, pasta, and after the 10 weeks I've also started to allow myself things again like chocolate or ice cream, but I'll only have a little bit. I won't go crazy like I used to. There's a car coming, so we're going to put the camera down at the usual spot over here, and then I'm going to have a drink of water. So if you just wait there 1 second. I will grab my bottle of water. Also walk in front of the screen so you guys can see I am a real person. You can see what I'm wearing today. So I have my swimming shorts and my Weird Science DC Comics podcast t-shirt. Right, let's have a drink of water, shall we? It's important to stay hydrated in heat like this. I don't know much about science, but I am hoping in a weird way that sweating a lot, because it's basically a furnace right now out here in the UK. I'm hoping that if I sweat a lot that will also help to shed some pounds, but we will see. Let's pick you guys up and continue the walk as we head towards the forest, which is just this way here. Let's do a quick step count. 2,425 so far, so that's good to know. I'm trying to keep a mental map of where I go and how many steps it is every time I do it, because then that will help me pick my routes. My goal is, they say that if you do 10,000 steps a day, then that's like peak exercise that anyone can do. At the moment, these walks I'm doing about 6,000 steps, but I don't count my steps during the day when I'm just walking around at home. So I'm hoping that eventually I'll be able to go out in the morning and then go out in the evening, and bearing in mind that the steps are, 2,000, let's say, each way to the crossroads, I might just do a morning walk to the crossroads and back without you guys to get 4,000 in, and then later on I'll come out and do a 6,000 walk, which is to the crossroads and either to the barn or to the woods where we're going today. And basically I'll have done 10,000 steps. It's going to be difficult to say the least. I hear a car coming, so we're going to cross over. But this is where we're going, in these trees here. So if you can see that, this is the entrance to the forest. Here we are. There is the sign saying that this is a legitimate walkway. Tiggerable, who's one of our regular viewers, she sent me a link to the walk that this is part of, the actual route, and it's a huge route. It goes on for dozens of miles, and there's even like recommended stops along the way that are good for overnight sleeping, because you pretty much won't be able to walk the entire thing in a day. I think it's over 80 miles or something. But yeah, here we are. Speaking of trees, as I've mentioned on the show a few times before, I've recently started to learn kanji, and the ones that I got up to a couple of days ago are the kanji for wood. So basically I'm drawing lots of trees at the moment in my kanji lessons. They're super charming. I love how kanji works. You have basically keywords assigned to each kanji. The book that I'm doing doesn't teach you how to read the kanji, but it assigns a keyword that almost always is the actual meaning of, or one of the meanings of the kanji. And you tell stories using these keywords. So for example, there's apricot, is the kanji that has basically, it looks like a tree and then a square beneath it. Now the tree is the kanji for tree, or wood. The square, the keyword assigned to that one is mouth. So if you look at the kanji, you have the tree and then there's a mouth beneath the tree. So with the keyword apricot, you think, okay, there's apricots growing on a tree and there's someone sitting beneath the tree with their mouth open, ready to eat the apricot. And that's how you start to build little stories in your mind, and how you begin to remember how to write all these kanji. So here we are, this is the glade. Glade in, it's not even a glade really, it's a clearing, but kanji for glade is two trees next to each other. And the kanji for forest is a tree at the top and two trees beneath it. There you go, you're learning Japanese, everyone. But yeah, we're going to walk down here. And I don't remember where it was, but there was an entrance into the trees somewhere along here that will let me into the woods. And then we're going to go find this abandoned car again. I am kind of curious to know what's in these woods. On my last stream, we saw deer running into the woods. That was not these woods, that was the other woods. So I'm wondering if there's wildlife and such over there as well. I'm slightly concerned that I've only got one viewer. Jeff and Michelle are not communicating right now, so I'm guessing that means they're not watching. But someone sure is, or it could mean that the site is down and this is a wasted opportunity again, because this happened last time with the DDoS attack on Twitch. Here it is, here's the path into the woods. It kind of comes out of nowhere. Here is the surroundings, just so you can have a little look-see. We are going to end up down here. This is, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but against this tree here, there's what looks like a lifeguard's tower, the kind of thing you might see at the beach. We'll look at that in better detail in a bit. But first we're going to walk into the woods. Again, I'm wearing shorts. I mean, if you saw me at the crossroads just now, you saw what I'm wearing. Look at these. So yeah, what I'm wearing is inappropriate for the woods. But you know, what's a few bug bites and scratches from prickle plants. Right, let's march forwards. This place looks super creepy, but trust me, it's not. It's a really peaceful woods. I have no reason to be alarmed, although that is because there is. Ow! Okay, that went right into my leg. Yeah, I was just saying it doesn't look dangerous, and there we go. Yeah, there's a lot more daylight this time than screw off buzzy fly thing. Like an alien tree. Yeah, when I came down here last time, the sun was setting, so the place had a bit of a creepy ambiance, if you will. But let's keep walking here. Whoa, I didn't notice that before. It's like an abandoned toxic barrel. Sorry for the shoddy camera work there. I'm getting attacked by winged spawn of Satan. Seems to be a kind of a stream here. I don't know if that's a stream or something the wild animals would run down. I forget what they call that. But yeah, definitely there's something that runs along here. Maybe it's an old river that's just got filled in over the years. Oh, excuse me, filled in over the years with, I don't know what happened to my voice there, with dirt and debris. So here's the nice clearing. I can hear something humming. I think, I'm not sure where it is, but through these trees somewhere is the 5G mast, as everyone in the chat has labelled it. I've not found it yet, so I'm not sure how to get there, but we're going to go this way. Again, I've only got the one viewer right now, so if you are if you are viewing and somewhere near a keyboard, could you please just bash on some random keys and let me know that you're here, please, because then I know that Twitch hasn't broken and I'm talking to myself. There's a hole in the ground here. I don't know what that is, but there's bricks in it, so sorry, I just realised the camera is completely not pointing at that. Oh, I see, here's the other end of it. That is creepy. It's like an underground tunnel. It starts here in this hole, comes out down here, and then you get this trail running along here. So I guess, yeah, there are wild animals. There's a lot of abandoned stuff. Like there's that thing here. I don't know what this is. But with more light, I'm able to see a lot more. Whoa! I'm able to see a lot more. Some corrugated metal here. We're going to press on. There's a little spider. I don't want to get that in my face. I love these branches here. If this was filmed in 3D, this would be great. Look at this moss. So awesome. Right. We're moving forwards. I'm absolutely sodden with sweat right now. The air is so sticky and close. Very muggy. And I have this thing as well where there's another trail that goes here, but it's quite thick, so I don't want to open it up. Okay, there's things flying around and biting me. That's not good. Yeah, basically I don't want to be in here any longer than I have to, because frankly I don't like insects and stuff. Insects I can handle, spiders not so much. And I just have this thing about them going in my mouth. So obviously I need to keep talking and keep things moving for the show, which makes it difficult for me to keep my mouth shut, although I'm sure there are some viewers who wish I would do that. Yeah, as soon as I get out of here, the better. So here we are, here's the abandoned car. Go this way a little bit. The ground was not nearly this crunchy when I came here last time. So it just goes to show you how dry everything has become in the last few days with all this recent heat. And here you go, folks. Another look at the abandoned car. Some might say a better look at the abandoned car because we can see things in much more detail. Let's go under this branch. Oh. Yeah, another thing I have is like I have a thing about rust. So this is definitely putting me on edge. But I would love to know how this car A got here, and B how it rotted to the point that it basically caved in on itself. It's crazy. So walk through to see another view. So here's the bonnet. I wonder if, not for nothing, but I feel like this bonnet may have moved from the last time we saw it. I don't know. I'm going to have to watch the episode 1 on the YouTube channel back just to see if that's so. But here is the engine block. You see an air filter there, part of the dashboard. I'm guessing this is the frame that's here along the floor. I think this is a much better look at the car. You can still see all the wires and cables and stuff in there. No steering wheel. The steering wheel would be a pretty cool souvenir. But yeah, this is the abandoned car. This is what we've come on the adventure today to see. I'm proud to say it's still standing. I'm glad I made it here, but I'm not going to stay here too long. We're going to turn around now and head on out and start making our way back, but a different way from where we came. Oh, ducking under these trees is going to kill me. And we're back out here in the great wide yonder, if you will. If this was America, chances are a tornado would be whipping through here right about now. That's what it looks like. But we're going to sally forth, go have a look at this strange guard tower. It looks like a lifeguard tower that you might see on the beach. I'm really curious why it's here and what it's doing here. Maybe it's for hunters. You do hear hunters every morning and sometimes in the evening shooting their shotguns. So maybe it's a perch. Personally, I would not recommend climbing up that thing. It looks rickety as hell and dangerous. But oh wow, look, there's this white thing here. This appears to be thistles that are growing in the middle of the field where there are no other thistles, and it's covered in cotton like spider webs or something. So I am definitely not going near that because I do not want to tussle with any crazy spiders. Let's have one more look back here. It's beautifully peaceful and quiet. Starting to get some open sky now, which is fantastic. And yeah, let's have another look at that creepy lifeguard tower as well. Why is it there? What does it mean? We don't know. But there it is. Take a little look over this strange gravelly stuff. Whoa, my gimbal has now collapsed, and there we go, we're back. Sorry about that. I was trying to point it at the gravel here. I don't think this was here last time, so this might be brand new. But we're going to walk down this way, and then where these hedges are along here, that's going to be our route home to the gate that was open earlier. As I said when we walked past it, I hope they'll have left it open for us, because yeah, it's going to be difficult to climb over it. I've climbed over it once before, and I haven't really climbed over anything since I was a teenager, so unless it was a woman, of course. But we'll talk about that a whole other show. Whoa, look at all these. I'm not really into like flowers and stuff. There's a bee in there. But I do like to show off the plants and the wildlife and the nature and such. There's a bee there as well. It's going up. I wonder if they come from the beehives that we saw on episode 1. Maybe another time. I need to contact the farmers. I found out the name of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre farm. I'm going to contact them and ask them if I can have permission to sort of walk through their land, as it were, because there were some pretty spectacular views up that way. Who knows, maybe they'll want to jump on the stream and have an interview. But yeah, it's also kind of level ground like this. It's not true, danger to the ankles, lumpy ground, as it were. So I'm looking forward to using that as a potential route to continue walking, because I like the off-roading stuff, but I really want to get better footwear for it first. Beautiful sky again. These, even though it's a very thick blanket of cloud today, it's still beautiful. Apparently there might be some pretty severe thunderstorms tonight, which I love thunderstorms. I love lightning, I love thunder. The more intense the rain, the louder the thunder, the brighter the flash, the more excited I get. My mum is terrified of them. Obviously I'm living with her at the moment because of COVID-19. So it will be fun to stay up, because if she is scared of the storms, then that means that we get blankets, we hunker down in the living room with some snacks. Well, she eats snacks, I'm on a diet, so I'm not eating snacks. There are crazy amounts of flies buzzing around. Oh, look, there's an airplane coming into land at the nearby airfield. Maybe we should walk up to the airfield one day. I wonder what that's like. It's quite a trek though, so it might be a while before I can get there. But we'll see. Yeah, if there's a storm, we'll get some DVDs or some Blu-rays, or open up Netflix, and we'll just chill out and watch some stuff to take my mum's mind off the storm. But I'll be pressed up against the window, just staring up at the sky, waiting for the next thunderbolt or lightning bolt. So some pretty cool Jacob's ladders right now coming out of the cloud right there. I can still hear those engines, so I think Silverstone is having an event. But yeah, my mum's best friend, my Auntie Kim, she's not my flesh and blood auntie, but we've always called her Auntie Kim. It was her birthday last weekend, so she's come over this weekend. We got her Knives Out on DVD, so we're going to watch that together. I got it on Blu-ray because I really love Rian Johnson. And I bought it, I watched the Blu-ray with my mum, we loved it, we watched it almost immediately again. And we haven't seen it since, but we've been really wanting to watch it a third time, and Auntie Kim hasn't seen it before, so we're like, okay, we'll get her the DVD and we'll watch it together. So yeah, that will be my evening. Speaking of which, I'm going to check the time. So it's a 6:15. That's good. That means that I will be home on time for dinner. I think they said they were going to be eating around 7. Let's do a quick step count. 3,621. Not too shabby. I'm actually kind of disappointed. I thought it would have been a bit more than that, but I'm hoping that by the time we get home it'll be about 5,000. That's the goal. If I'm doing 5,000 a day at the moment, my step count target is very low. It's only about 2,000. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to have storms, because I don't know if that's picking up on camera, but you can see the cloud over here on the horizon is very, very low, and it's coming down, so that is rain. So, and the cloud is looking darker over there, so that's kind of lit a fire under me. I think we need to get back quite quickly to avoid that rain. Let's just do a quick 360, show you guys around. There are flies all over me right now. It's horrible. It's gross. There's that beautiful sky again. Okay. So we're making it up to our junction. We're going to go left here. And earlier when we got to the gate, I said about how it was a deceptive hill, because from here it looks like it just goes up, and from there it looks like it just goes down. However, there's actually a dip in between, and you have to go up and down. So yeah, this is the way to that crazy farm that we found, but we're not going to go up that way. We're going to go up this way. Oh. This is there's not murder on my feet, but I can definitely feel these rocks through my shoes, which is going to be something to suffer later. Oh, it's actually very brittle. Like I can feel the rocks collapsing underneath it. So it's like walking on sand right now. I have to say, it's difficult to. It feels like I'm having to work extra hard just to get the ground going. Still showing one viewer. I think something has happened at Twitch, because there should be either no viewers or an alternating number, because people come in and out of the show at all times. That hasn't happened, so I have a horrible feeling that this episode is a complete write-off. Which case, I'm glad, because originally I wanted to talk video games, and I didn't. And the first time I tried to talk video games, that episode got scrapped. So, yeah, it would be a shame to have a second try and have it for nothing. So yeah, I really want to get home and get out of these flies. Maybe I should have worn a cap or something for like head protection. Gross, if I wipe my hand on my hair, what's left of it, I'm all sweaty. Right, let's flip the camera back on me so you can see I am actually here. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but all these flies above my head, I'm not lying, like they're pretty gross. And as I said, I'm not really into insects and stuff, so what can you do? Right, I will flip the camera back, because this is where things get crazy. So we've just walked up this slope here, but here it looks like it levels out, but as you can see, we're suddenly coming to another dip. So yeah, it's we're going to call this the deception, the Trail of Deception. That's what we'll call this area of the thing. For those of you watching who don't know what that means, basically I started to name individual segments of this route. So when we get out of this field to the 30-mile-an-hour signs, that will be the DMZ, the demilitarized zone, Where I showed you those craters in the ground that had been X'd with white spray paint for being filled in. Basically it looks like a bit of a war zone. There's no curbs, it's just tarmac on dirt, and then it goes into trees and stuff. So that strip between the 30-mile-an-hour signs and the barn corner is called the DMZ. I don't know what we're going to call the barn walk. Oh gosh, this grass is long. This is not fun for my legs right now. Yeah, we need to come up with more names for the routes. We have the some new characters, if you will. We have the sweet corn plantation. We have the main road that goes through the forest. We have the forest with the abandoned car. But also that forest that has the road going through it. That's where the deer live. So that place has a name according to maps. It's Cow Pond Copse. But yeah, maybe we should rename it to Deer Hell or something. I don't know. I'll come up with a cool name. Right. I think so. Nope, those flies are very much still chasing after me, those little bastards. Hopefully when I get out of the fields they'll leave, but I don't think that's going to happen somehow. I'm actually concerned they're going to follow me all the way home. I'm out of breath because I'm having to climb up the slope again. Fantastic. I can see the gate up ahead, and the gate is unopened. Sorry, the gate is open. So I will be able to get home without having to climb over that gate. I'm out of breath again. Gosh. Can you hear a drone? That will be vehicles at Silverstone. They're even louder than they were when we were here about 45 minutes ago. Right. Okay. Almost there. Okay. So now on slightly firmer ground. Which feels way better on my feet. Yep, it worked. Those flies are kind of vanished. I don't know where they are. Right. Let's set you guys down again so I can have a drink. Let's give you this view here to look at while I do that. There you go. Enjoy the view, guys. Just going to quickly sup from the water bottle. I think those flies are back. Curses. Drat, drat, and double drat. Yeah, they're all over me. Oh well. Oh. Right. Last bit of refreshment before the final stretch. Let's pick you guys up. And we're going to head this way. This part of the road, I like to call it the fake village because it's all somewhat modern buildings, and it's over the little bridge we looked at earlier. So there's a car coming. But yeah, it's not the old village that has centuries old houses where I live, which I call the real village. This is just the fake village. So let's continue to mosey. Right. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, I can't believe I've actually run out of things to say. I haven't really run out of things to say, I've just got nothing to say. And yeah, they're definitely going to be doing rebuilding. Look at this. They're going to be filling in all these patches and getting the road super smooth. I don't know when the last time they did road repairs, but chances are it wasn't for a long time. So, gosh, I feel like I've had a good workout. I can't wait to get home, take my shoes off, chill out, and then have some dinner with my mum and her friend, watch a good movie. They are drinking quite a bit of wine at the moment, so they're going to be in high spirits. I'll try to end the episode just before I get around the corner so they're not screaming into the camera and frightening the internet. But yeah, I hear a car is coming up behind me. This is really busy today. I guess it's because of the time of night. Maybe it's only about 6:15, 6:30 maybe. So people might be coming from home. Normally I don't leave until around 8. So I think that's the same guy. He might be like an Amazon delivery guy or something. But he's definitely stopped and turned around. He didn't look like from someone I recognise from here. Oh, here's the sheep again. Hey guys, don't be scared. It's only me, Toby every day. Nope, they're definitely trundling away. They don't want to be seen on camera. Look at their little fluffy tails. I'm sorry I can't zoom in on Twitch. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm trying to keep my voice down a little bit. I don't want to disturb them. Although they are now migrating away from me, so maybe I've already disturbed them, I don't know. I don't speak sheep, so I can't find out. There's more blue breaking through the cloud. I'm literally just telling you guys what I'm seeing as I see it now. I think this is something I noticed that my brain does when physical fatigue starts to kick in. I wouldn't say my enthusiasm dips at all, but definitely my ability to focus on the things I'm saying, it kind of goes. So I apologise if the conversation is not up to par. It's not indicative of the final product, let's just say that, to use modern parlance. See, again, I'm just rambling and talking absolute nonsense. I really love this house here, it's so cute. Well, my one viewer, you are about to hear me huffing and puffing and panting all the way home. So as we round this corner, we get to the big hill, which is really important for me to keep doing, because if I'm struggling on this hill, imagine trying to walk up Mount Fuji. That's why I've given myself this 2-year deadline to get myself into shape. I'm hoping for the first year anniversary of the show. I'm thinking of maybe doing Ben Nevis or one of the big mountains in the UK as a test to see if I'm ready. I'll be able to handle a bigger challenge like Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji, of course, I won't be doing it from the very bottom. I'll be starting from the infamous Station 5, which is already some distance up there. But the total hike is still about 8 hours, and it's still a very challenging walk, especially because I'll have to deal with things like oxygen deprivation and things of that ilk. So yeah, let's hope that you guys can tolerate just me huffing and puffing as I climb this road. We are the old part. This is Shelston, the real Shelston as I call it. Everyone has their windows open, so I don't want to talk too much crazy stuff. People already think I'm weird around here. I don't want them to think any worse. Let's do a quick step count. 4,913. Great, we're definitely going to make the 5k target then. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to try and make a map for you guys to follow the routes, if maps are your thing. Who knows, maybe you'll find yourself in this neck of the woods and want to try the routes yourself. They're certainly good fun. Oh. Gosh. Yeah, I can feel it in my lower back now. This is the hardest part. But I will get better at this. Every day I feel my body is getting more and more comfortable with the exercise and what it needs to do to get me around. And if I get more active, the lighter I get, the easier it will be for my body to transport all this meat, and things will just improve. Oh wow, there's actually a letterbox there. I have not seen that this whole time. So there is a car coming behind me, and that car I talked about earlier is now parked and facing me again, which means this guy is lost. Maybe he wants directions. I will ask him. It could be that he's looking for where I live, because there are a lot of delivery guys who get lost. Looks like he dropped off whatever he was delivering. Oh, I'm almost there. The house on my right, I completely forgot to point the camera at, is the old schoolhouse. It's a beautiful building, so I'll try next time to film that if I'm out in the day like this. It is somebody's home, so I don't want to get in trouble for it. Oh. Let's get back on the road. Here's the rectory. And our finish line is just up ahead. It's the 200-year-old California redwood tree. And a look at the manor house, the grounds of which I live in. Oh, I am exhausted. I wish you could tell on camera just how bad that slope is. I mean, the annoying thing is as well is that my step count doesn't go up at all, but that's life, I guess. So here we go, California redwood tree. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. He remembers just at the end. So I talked about doing a highlight video. I'm going to take my drone out soon and do some aerial video for you guys to see as well. But I don't know when I'll do that, maybe tomorrow. But yeah, look at that beautiful sunset that's just about to begin. Here is the California redwood. And here is the manor house. The grand finale is the beautiful village church, St. Edward's in Shelstone. I think it's called St. Edward's. Not 100% on that. It could be St. Edmunds, but I don't think that's the case. Right, so I'm going to turn in and end the show. Final step count 5,344. We'll round that up to 5,400 because we'll do this little bit of extra walking here. But yeah, let's flip the camera back on so you can see me. Thank you very much for watching the show today. This has been an enjoyable, somewhat epic walk. Basically it was the same walk we did on episode 1, but without the calamity and without the danger. So it was a lot more enjoyable this time around. But so yeah, as always, I'm very grateful for you to watching, so please don't forget to subscribe to Toby Everyday here on Twitch and the Toby Everyday channel on YouTube. And I will see you on another day, and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu. Ciao for now.